Hi everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today I am going to show you the scarf and the headband that I took on my trip to Ireland with me. So this is the headband, as you can see here in the picture in Connemara, and here I am also wearing the scarf, and it's a virus shawl that I made at the beginning when I took up crochet again. I made it for my own private sort of use, and I never thought of sharing it really, but I thought it was the perfect thing to take with me because I really like to be coordinated, and it went really well with all the clothing that I took on my trip. So I've got lots of pictures with it, and you were all asking about what I was wearing and which scarf it was, etc., and which wool. So here we go. And here it is. It is one of the first shawls that I made when I started crocheting again. So I took up crocheting in the summer, and I made this sort of by December I was making this. It obviously, yes, it's the virus shawl, and I've never done a tutorial on it because it's obviously not my pattern. I have done a tutorial on the actual, order of the lines that you have to do for the virus shawl, but because I just made this sort of, as my own project, I never really shared this. I have to say, even when I was making it then, I was already in love with all the lovely colours that this wool has. Yes, it has got wool in it. I didn't realise at the time, and when I started wearing it I did feel that it was a little bit itchy, but I love this colour combination so much. I have used it throughout. Since I've had it, I've always had it in use. It seems to be all right with the wool against my skin. I can feel it, but it's okay. I'll put up with it because I like this scarf so much. And it has all these sort of greens and reds, and then that sort of green, and then the pink, and it just works so well. It's unbelievable. Now, I can't tell you how many balls I have used for this scarf because I've simply forgotten. I think I bought three, possibly four, okay, because I remember having to go back to the shop and getting some more, so I did have to buy another one. Whether it was just the one or the two, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, this scarf, if you have any leftovers, like I did, I made the headband, which we'll have a look at in a moment, and I am now even thinking of making, sort of little gloves, fingerless gloves for it. So this is my virus shawl, one of the first ones that I made, one that I've always kept in use, and one that's been adored by many, and that I've gotten a lot of compliments for as well. I just realized I've got some pictures of when I was making this virus shawl, but obviously this was all I took because I wasn't going to share this, but yeah, those are the ones I've got. And here I am wearing it for a birthday outing. So this is the headband I made. I made this really quickly before I went on holiday because I wanted something like this to wear on my head. I didn't want the whole hat because I had the hood of my coat and the hood of the fleece that I was going to wear in it. So I just wanted something like a headband. So I made this really quickly. I'm going to do a tutorial for you in the next video, so don't panic. And basically it's just the mini bean stitch, and I just measured it on my head while I was making it. And then I had the idea of attaching it to one of these. This is something that I bought from Mountain Warehouse. It was £2.50. £2.49 I think. And I thought if I attach the hairband sort of like this, then you can't see it on the outside, but you have that extra lining. you have the extra thickness and maybe it's more windproof. But unfortunately, that didn't happen before I left. So I took both of them with me, just thinking that I could wear just both of them, or if I, if it was too cold, I would just wear this maybe, or that, or whatever. So I started wearing this one, obviously, and that was enough. I didn't worry. I didn't have any problems, with the wind and everything. Yes, I had my hood as well as everything else. But yeah, so this is a really good, on its own, it's really good. But I can imagine if I was to, and I might still do that, if I was to attach it to the inner lining here that I've got now, and it will go over it, it's just that you need to stretch it a little bit, then it will make for more waterproof and more windproof headband. So this could be then a really a heavy duty one. Now the wool itself is King Cole Riot. It's a double knitting wool, but it does go thin in places, so there are thicker. As you can see, this is a little bit thicker, this is thin. Sometimes it goes really thin, but you just have to go with it. Here, look, this is really thin, and somewhere along here it's really thick. So that's just the characteristics of that wool. It is so classified as a DK, so I used a 4 for it, I think, or a 3.5 even. So it says 4 millimeters. And it has 30% wool and 70% premium acrylic. So it's that type of wool that makes a really lovely end product. The shade is called Funky. And yeah, I really like this shade. It has so many lovely colours in it. And my nails on the trip had this kind of colour more. I've gone to grey now, and they just worked perfectly with the actual wool. So I was really pleased. I was being very coordinated. So yeah, this was one of my very first projects when I took up crocheting again, and to be honest, I was just choosing wool as what I liked basically. And I wasn't choosing according to what it was made up of, because I didn't realize that I was slightly allergic to actual wool. So nowadays I would never buy that wool again, because of the itchiness. And I have used Signet Boho Spirit for another type of scarf. You remember the Rachel scarf that I did a couple of weeks ago, and actually that is 100% acrylic. So if you don't, if you can't use wool, there are other alternatives out there which are also a really nice color variation here. But yeah, so that is the wool that I used. This is my headband. I've still got my Vira shawl on the wall there, and I think I might just leave it there for a while just to display it nicely in my lounge. But yeah, so that was the 2 items that I took. I did not take gloves, which maybe I should have done. But yeah, my plan is to turn this into some fingerless gloves. I bought this specially again after how many years? I think it was even 4 years now that I made that Vira shawl. So they still had it. I bought this on Wool Warehouse. They still had it. So it's always worth, if you want to top up again from something else, or you really like the colour, it's always worth getting an extra ball just to put it away. So then in the future, or at a special occasion, like I did when I was going on this trip, I wanted to have a matching hairband. And yeah, so I was able to order this, to make this to take with me with the scarf. I have others that I could have chosen to take, but these went particularly well with the clothing I was taking as well. Yes, you have to be coordinated. See, yeah, it's one of my things. And here are some more pictures for you with my Farah shawl in the sun, in the shade, with my headband as well. And here where I was tasting the seaweed. And can you see how just perfectly my nails went with my scarf? Right, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video where I will be showing you how to do the headband.